where the Messiah battles, even in the Psalm 83, Psalm 82:8, arise, O God, judge the earth, for you shall inherit all nations. Who's this? That's the Messiah. It's messianic. And then he gives you the nations, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, the Hajarites, Syria, Iraq, Turkey. All these nations are involved. You go to Ezekiel 28, 29, 30, 31, all the nations that are cast into the pit, they're all Muslim. You look at the places where the Messiah is fighting. In Isaiah 63, who is he who comes from Edom with his garments sprinkled with blood? Edom is not Rome. Edom is the Arab world, the Muslim world. You look at Habakkuk 3, he's coming out of Midian, fighting in Midian. All scholars agree. Midian is the brother of Ishmael. You look at Isaiah 10:34, Lebanon will be destroyed by the mighty one. You look at Lebanon, that's Hezbollah. You go to Isaiah 19, the Lord comes on a swift cloud, coming to fight Egypt, a Muslim country. All these nations that the Messiah is fighting are Muslim. So Islam is not removed as a prelude to the coming of a Western Antichrist. You want to revive the Roman Empire. What about the Eastern counterparts? What about the Asia Minor? What about the Western counterparts when it comes to North Africa? Foot, which includes Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Mauritania, mentioned literally in the Bible by name. And these are Western Roman Empire. So the West is trying to become the Antichrist when God is saying, here's my composite, you know?
And Walid, what I think many don't understand is that just as Judaism and Christianity have a messianic expectation, there's a messianic expectation that fuels Islam.
In fact,
talk about that a little bit.
That's the key that made me see the truth. I began to see the Antichrist of the Bible as the Messiah of Islam, because the Messiah of Islam, or the Mahdi in this case, which both Shia and Sunni are awaiting, how do we recognize him as Muslims? He will bring 7 years of peace. When I read Daniel, who brings 7 years of peace? You know, he will come with a military from Asia Minor, the Turks, and the Persians. That's the Gog and Magog battle, Ezekiel 38. And Muhammad said, every Muslim shall go and join that army against Israel, even if they have to crawl through snow. He will attempt to change all the laws to establish Sharia law, Islamic Sharia law. Islam is not simply a religion. It is a constitution to be established throughout the whole world. You know, in fact, if I may share...
That's important. This is not a religion. This is a constitution.
When they read Daniel, Westerners, when they read Daniel of the Antichrist, they think he is an atheist. It doesn't say that at all. What it says is extremely interesting. He shall neither regard the God of his fathers, the gods of his ancestors, and he will nor the desire of women. In other words, he doesn't honor women at all. That's exactly Islamic Sharia law.
Exactly.
Women has half the right of the man. Nor regard any God, but he should exalt himself above them all. He is, basically wants to be the God of this world. But in their place, he shall honor a God of fortresses, a God of war. That's exactly what we were talking about.
Exactly.
Jihad is honoring the God Allah and advancing the God Allah by war, through war, to advance this foreign God.
That is so clear.
And a God which his fathers did not know. And then look what it says. It says, thus, in verse 39, thus he shall act against the strongest fortresses. He will declare war against the strongest, mighty military countries in the world. In other words, they're not the strongest.
There's where the U.S. may be mentioned in Scripture.
Exactly.
Well, we only have a minute left, and I need you to respond to something else before we finish. Israel.
Yes.
Why is it important for